How many gondolas did you go on? That's what I want to know.
I didn't.
Didn't you?
Bella Bandit.
Oh.
Well, I've done it. You do it once.
Okay.
I do think you have to do it once, and I did it in my aforementioned sadness.
Okay.
And I did it then.
Right, okay.
It didn't do much for me.
I mean, my friend Julia went on a gondola in Venice, and then she went to Vegas and did a gondola there. Vegas gondola's better.
What?
Yeah, that's what she
sacrilegious, isn't it?
Vegas gondolas are better.
I like a sailor with a big pole standing.
Oh, but then you should go for a punt in Cambridge because they don't have poles; they have the oars. That's the difference.
Oh God, well forget it. Scratch that off the list.
There we have the most beautiful woman on the planet, who is also a pig, but you know. Miss Piggy in this film is Benjamina Gunn, replacing Benjamin Gunn from the original book, which I love. I mean, because there's nothing more. I mean, if you can't fit Miss Piggy into a movie, is it a movie?
You know, some people say it wasn't even a bubble. The reason that it popped was because over this time, as the tulips of, people found out they were getting more and more expensive, more and more people started to grow them. And in February, when the bubble popped, that's when tulips in Harlem started to flower. So there was an oversupply. This is a supply and demand issue, not a speculative bubble. And I just thought for the nerds who know about Tulip Mania, they'd like to know that technically wasn't a futures market collapsing.
Well, it was somewhere very muddy, a bit scary, and it has something to do with the First World War.
Well, I hope you took your wellies.
I did. Can you guess where I am? I'm in a trench, but it's not a real trench. It's one at the Imperial War Museum, London. I came here when I was a kid and I actually cried because it's really scary and it's horrible. Why would anybody want to be in a trench? Well, it's much better being in here than up there at ground level in no man's land. Coming up to Remembrance, you'll see people wearing these in early November. They're poppies, and they came to symbolise remembrance because after the First World War, up in the battlefields and no man's land, poppies grew. And for most people, you have to remember, poppies are red. It looked like a sea of blood, all those lives lost. But we also have to remember that poppies are a pretty delicate flower. They also mean hope. So you've got the symbol of the tragedy of the blood lost and also the hope of new life.